What's good with it, y'all? Welcome back to A1 Hoop Zone. Topic of discussion today, man. Team USA. Let's talk about it, man. But before we do that, man, make sure you smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Appreciate you. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. So Team USA looking like they're starting to ramp up training camp at this point. There's a lot of footage out there showing how they fared against what is it, Cooper Flag and the young guns that came in, the select team that came in and giving obviously giving the Team USA some great work, man. What I was watching, sitting that scrimmage, a typical thing, a lot of kind of pick and roll ball, getting pick and pop, some shots up for Curry coming off pin down screens, Curry, KD, same thing with Book. So it's like it was to be expected. Anthony Edwards as well, man. So again, to be expected. This is one team that you can look at and there truly isn't a weak link on this specific team. If you wanted to kind of look and pinpoint one or look for one, I would probably I hate to do it to him, but I got to. If I had to pick one, man, I would probably pick Devin Booker on the defensive end. Outside of that, man, everybody else, Devin Booker and Tyrese Halliburton, I'd say those are the only two on the defensive end that might be some sort or a little bit of a liability. The rest of them guys, two-way players, plain and simple. No other way around it, man. Bron can still sit in the chair when he need to. KD can still, with his length, he can do it. Anthony Edwards is a dog on both ends. Paul, who else we got? Drew Holiday, we know how he coming. Anthony Davis, obviously. Embiid already mentioned him. Bam Adebayo, same way. It's a Kawhi Leonard. We all know. So it's like, man, there's no letting up with this specific team and looking at it, man. Every way across the board, you look at it, all these guys are two-way players. And I think a lot of it, the calling court is going to be on the fact of the way and the length of Team USA and the speed they could play. They're going to be able to go up and match up against any team and most likely have the advantage in damn near every single matchup out there. Because you got players that can move at the size and speed and the scoring capability they have. It's going to be tough to see any of these teams, world teams, to knock off this Team USA. They obviously, I'm thinking they should be the favorites going into the Olympics, but you never know. This is basketball, man. We've seen other teams that definitely have came together and played. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Steph, another potential defensive liability, but offensively, I mean that kind of makes up for the difference of it. So it's like he'll get after it. He'll make the smart defensive play at times too. But anyway, back to it. We've seen in the past, man, some of these world teams with the chemistry and how long they've been playing together before, that'll override a team that putting together a bunch of talent and hoping that they can, go out there and win on talent. And we've seen that backfire in the past. But this team, I don't really see that being the case, man. You got a lot of selfless guys on this team, a lot of guys that want to win, that's willing to make the sacrifice for the greater good, which is again represent Team USA and coming home with the gold. So I expect that to happen. But again, watching them and how they're starting to slowly ramp it up, the select team pushing them on the brink of a handing them a L. I mean, the Team USA just won their scrimmage by 1 point on the last possession of the scrimmage, man. So that should tell you. And again, it was a low scoring scrimmage as well. So that should tell you that again, this select team has some players on there that could easily probably make that Team USA team or not make that team, but go out there and give these other Olympic teams a run for their money as well. So I look at it as if, man, Team USA is getting the best sparring possible to go out there and put on a show in the Olympics against the rest of these teams, man. I can't wait to see it. Um, you still see LeBron out there moving how he typically does. You see Curry coming off of screens again, knocking down shots. Anthony Edwards shooting with confidence, and he's out there vocally saying it too. Like, I'm still the number one option, and they know it. I love Anthony Edwards' confidence, man. It's definitely one of those things, and people aren't really noticing, man. He's been the last one to lead the court, putting up shots and putting in that extra work. So, got to keep an eye out for him. And I forgot to mention Jason Tatum as well, another decent two-way player that's out there. So again, man, this team is heavily loaded, and I'm gonna knock on wood right now. If any of these guys go down, man, you have a litany of players that they can call up to backfill that position. You got a Jaylen Brown, you got a Kyrie Irving. Like you have some other players that can easily step in and give everything that these team everything Team USA needs, because you have a lot of players that have a very similar kind of game that on this team that's also did get selected for this team. So yeah, the NBA has no shortage of players that can come in and fill that void and get after it, man. But Again, I cannot wait to see. I like what I'm seeing. I love what I'm hearing from all the players and the press conferences and things of that nature. Man, you got to hear Steph talk about his feelings of the departure of Klay Thompson leaving the Warriors. You got to hear Steve Kerr talk about it. Devin Booker was saying, man, it's gonna be weird as hell to see Klay Thompson in new threads, but he can't wait to compete against him. It's just it's just one of them things, man, where it's just very, very interesting. And you're hearing about, Paul George coming out with his thing, how him and the conversation went down with him and Kawhi about, that whole situation. I might come out with a separate video on that. So y'all stay tuned and be on the lookout for that. Um, and you're just hearing about LeBron answering things about Bronny, about JJ Redick becoming a new head coach. So you're just hearing a different perspective and access to these players that are being asked about it. And a lot of these players, they'll answer it, keep it short, but then they'll get right back to the task at hand, which is staying focused and locked in for getting ready for the Olympics and focusing on the here and now. So it's just great to kind of, hear these players talk and hear some of the question media is asking and just kind of getting their perspective on it. And some of them, again, shutting down certain things and keeping it, where it needs to be about basketball or something surrounding basketball. So it's good to hear. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Who I won't say who's going to be the leader of this team, because I think you have a bunch of leaders together, but a lot of these guys is wanting to look across and do the best for their best for their teammate, man, which is be selfless and play team basketball so they can all again accomplish the ultimate goal, which is to win gold. But for me, who do y'all think Team USA gonna win this joint, man? Do y'all see any team out there worldwide that can compete with them or that is a major threat? Y'all let me know in the comment section, man, and I'll be sure to respond to each and every one of y'all. Again, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you wish to support the channel, that information is right there on the screen. It's also in the description as well. Feel free to leave a super thanks. If you don't know what that is, smash the like button. Look for icons over to the right. See where it says thanks. Click that. Follow the instructions. You can support the channel that way, man. But again, I appreciate each and every one of y'all coming through. And as always, man, we'll be back at y'all with another one. Y'all, again, reset the notification bells. Be on the lookout for more content to drop, man. I appreciate y'all, and I'll be back at y'all with another one. We out of here.